Hi, everyone. It's Ben Manzo, financial consultant with IG Wealth Management. I hope you're doing okay today. And I wanted to speak to you about something that is important, and that's completing a financial assessment. And so when people hear that, they often think, oh boy, how long is this going to take? I'm not sure I have time to do this. What does it entail? So I have some really good news for you today is that it takes about 15 minutes at IG Wealth to complete what's known as a living plan tool. And so the assessment will take you through 5 major areas you need to consider when putting together a holistic financial plan. So it's important because you want to understand, okay, where's my starting point? What areas do I need to work on? What areas are doing great that I want to continue to build on, etc. Taking this assessment takes a few minutes and, well, more than a few minutes, I should say. But I think to plan for a lifetime, it's well worth the time spent. So here are the 5 areas when you complete the assessment and something that you really want to focus on when considering your financial plan. So things like managing your cash flow, also planning for the unexpected, preparing for expenditures, how to optimize your retirement, and then finally, sharing your wealth. So when you complete the assessment and you're going through it, you'll be asked a number of questions in each of the areas. So here's an example of someone who scored pretty well at 90 out of 100. So what's interesting, when you complete these questions, it will give you some commentary. So you can see here that this individual is doing quite well, saving money, not overspending, and taking advantage of various pension plans and other things as well. You can see here planning for the unexpected. This person seems to be right on track, protecting themselves from anything that's unexpected, and things like insurance, emergency funding, etc. Sharing your wealth. So this one is important. I've mentioned this before in a number of videos in the past, is that you're getting a lot of questions from clients. So in this particular instance, this individual scoring quite well, doing a great job protecting themselves in the long term, and reviewing their estate plan to ensure that it's right for them depending on the unique circumstances. Managing cash flow, unfortunately, this is an area that this particular person does need to work on a little bit more. You can see the commentary here, they feel somewhat satisfied with how they're managing their finances. And keep in mind, the commentary is really based upon how you answer these questions, and it can be different for each individual. And then finally, planning for major expenditures. So looks like this person's on track to meet education savings goals, as well as other expenditures that they have. But you can see here, it's highlighted by the RESP because this is how the individual would have answered the questions. So when you complete the assessment, you will be asked if you'd like to meet with a consultant. And so it asks things such as your first name, your last name, email, phone number, and postal code, just so that you are paired up with someone in your area. I would say, if you are interested in completing the assessment, please do reach out to me because I can provide you a link. And then what's nice is that a report is generated and is sent to the consultant. And here's the example of the same individual that their overall financial well-being score was about 85%, which they did well, as you can see from previous slides, except for the one area, managing cash flow. So optimizing retirement. So obviously you want to consider things as sources of retirement and income. Which type of investments are you using, accounts that you currently have to maximize your retirement. Sharing the wealth. So which of the following aspects of your estate plan are currently up to date? I can't stress how important that is. Have you discussed this with anyone, etc. Major expenditures. So we talked about children's education. However, it could be things for a major purchase, paying off debt. There's a number of areas, and what I like is really tailored to how you answer those questions. Managing cash flow. You can see this was an area that person didn't score well. And, preparing for the unexpected is maybe some things for this person to consider as well as they look to improve upon cash flow. Things like insurance, disability, critical illness, etc. So let's meet. If you have no financial plan and curious to see your starting point, again, I can provide you the details of how to get the living plan tool. Again, it takes about 15 minutes to complete. Maybe there's an area of your finances you think you're doing well or not, and you'd like to see what the assessment says as a comparison. Can't remember the last time you spoke to your advisor to look at your financial plan. Maybe you never had that discussion and you'd like a second opinion, to be more than happy to help you. And then finally, understanding what this planning process entails, what kind of benefits you can expect. And what I think is probably the most essential thing when dealing with a financial consultant is understanding the servicing model. And so please reach out to me, because I shared with you my unique servicing model that you can expect to receive from me, so that we can ensure your money's looked after, so that we can achieve your financial goals. So that's it for me. I thank you again, as always, for your time. I really appreciate the time we spend. Take care. Have a great day.